You don't get a job based on your resume. You get a job based on your interview. And not enough people spend time on their interview skills, practicing, brushing up, rehearsing, as they should. Because at the end of the day, especially in a remote context, your interview is everything. So in this video, I'm gonna casually and candidly tell you what the best interviewers do to land remote jobs. Remote jobs are few and far between, but if you are able to manage and land a remote job, it really helps because your breaks end up becoming chores. You can take a break, you can go for a walk, you can come back, and then your mind is ready to go. You don't have to be busy all the time or show that you're busy in an office. So remote jobs still exist, and a remote first interview is still very prevalent and prominent in today's day and age. So what do you have to do? Now, some of these skills you need for any sort of interview. I'm gonna break down the exact skills you need to succeed in a remote first interview. The first crucial aspect of any interview is setting the tone. Setting a warm, friendly impression and atmosphere with the person you're speaking to. Communication is everything. The power of giving the perception and creating this environment where it's warm, friendly, and inviting is super important to getting somebody to have a good first impression of you in life and in an interview. How do you do that? I call it the stranded island theory. If somebody feels like they would want to be on a stranded island with you, then that's a good sign that you're going to get hired. So during a conversation, the first time that you're in a phone screen with a recruiter or hiring manager, your first goal in those 15 to 30 seconds is to establish rapport. Create a warm, inviting atmosphere. How do you do that? The easiest way to do that is to smile. I know that sounds cliched, but it's true. Even when you smile over the phone, people can feel that energy. Just a nice casual smile. The smile will trigger you to be in a happier mood. And then the next thing you do is you crack a little joke. What could that be? For example, this is something I like to use. The weather is great here. It's super sunny, so I can't complain. Nicely, in a genuine, warm way. The person on the other line of that phone or that video call is going to say something similar. And you've already established and manufactured rapport. If the hiring manager or the recruiter sees you in a positive light, the interview is that much more likely to go very well in your favor. Number 2, you need to project what I call the 3 C's. Charisma, confidence, clarity. These 3 C's are super important, and it doesn't come to everyone normally. You might think that you need to be born with charisma, born with confidence. No, not at all. It can be taught. It can be taught. Anybody can do it, but it takes skills, and those skills are crucial. The way you do that, especially in a remote first setting, is by speaking confidently, clearly. In a remote first environment, it's really important to practice 3 very crucial speaking hacks. The first, vary your volume. No matter what interview setting you're in, you need to vary your volume. So the louder you speak, the softer you speak, it adds dynamism to your conversation. And that, just by doing that, you've locked in the attention of whoever you're speaking to. Number 2, vary your speed. You might not know this, but the slower you speak, the duller you sound. Why? The slower you speak, it almost sounds like you're fetching for thoughts. You don't know what you're talking about. And over the phone or over the video, that becomes a liability increasingly. The faster you speak, the smarter you sound. Why? Because you're able to convey a lot of coherent, comprehensible thoughts in a short amount of time. You sound intelligent when you do that. The only way you're able to speak fast consistently for every answer is if you practice, 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 and rehearse the answers, and you anticipate how you're going to answer them. Super crucial, but it needs to be done. And the third thing, the most important thing, is use intentional pauses. When you talk about an achievement, make sure you pause right before you talk about it. For example, I would say something like, I did a go-to-market campaign that increased revenue by, pause, 30%. I was able to do a go-to-market campaign that increased revenues by 30%. You hear that pause? That's super, super crucial. So in a remote interview, when you're speaking to somebody over Zoom, when you're speaking to somebody over Teams, it's very important to project that well and speak in a coherent manner where you practice varying your volume, varying your speed, and using intentional pauses. Anybody can do this. Anybody. You don't need to be born with it. I've given you the tactics. you can use those tactics to become a better, stronger interviewer. But you can only do that if you practice. If you don't practice, you're not going to get anywhere. Sorry, it's just not going to happen. In a remote first interview, what you wear really matters. Obviously, I'm not wearing interview attire, but for any interview, especially in corporate America, especially in big tech, those are where you get paid the big bucks. So what should you be wearing? You should wear a nice, easy, relaxing shirt. People aren't going to see what you're wearing for your pants. But I would say wear what you would wear in a normal interview. Wear full trousers, wear a shirt, a light shirt, so you look presentable. If you're in that full attire, you're automatically going to practice better. You're going to feel like you're in a formal setting. And that's what recruiters want. They want you to answer things professionally and formally, not casually. So wear what you would wear to a job, even if it hurts to do it in a Zoom interview. It makes a big difference. Remote jobs now in 2025 are few and far between, but they still do exist. And when you get an opportunity to interview, make sure you do it well. Make sure you do it consistently. You'll probably have 3, 4, 5, even 7 rounds, especially in a big tech role. You gotta be prepped from the get-go. Content is table stakes. You gotta know what your experience is like. You gotta be able to do the work. But everybody knows how to do that. There's thousands of candidates who exactly know how to ace these interviews. If you're not able to get the edge in your storytelling and speaking skills, you will fail. Make sure you prepare. And that's how you ace a remote interview. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, press the like button now, and, keep following my channel if you like this.